Keith, a 0-0 draw here. What are your thoughts on the game overall?
I suppose scrappy enough game. Not a huge amount of chances, albeit that our keeper comes up with some important saves, big saves in the second half. We had a chance in the first half. Paul Rigamond, from a Barry Bagley cross. A bit scrappy, 0-0. Probably a fair result. No, maybe neither team. Dundalk will probably argue different in the second half. Good point away from home up here in Dundalk. Yeah.
Couple of penalty shouts in the second half. Conor Parsons up here squeezed between two defenders, went down, and then one laid on. Niall O'Keefe looked like he might have caught Cameron Elliott. I don't know if you had a chance to look at them back or what your thoughts on them are.
Well, you do know that I've looked at it back because you just asked me before we come on air.
You shouldn't be saying that.
Okay, so listen, the referee's in a good position. That's the first thing I would say. I've looked at it back. The ball checks on the surface, and Niall O'Keefe doesn't kick out. I think their player's clever. He comes from behind Niall and goes to ground. Referee's in a better position to me. I've seen them given, that's for sure. We're thankful that it doesn't go against us in that moment, but Niall doesn't kick out. Like I said, there's a check on the ball, which their attacker comes from blindside of Niall. I don't think there's a huge amount of contact, and the referee's on the spot and gives the player a yellow card. So that's the decision that the referee made, and we're glad it didn't go against us.
Barry Bagley, you mentioned there. How is he? He came off with a bit of a knock. Is he okay? Or?
Yeah, he pulled up with a groin, unfortunately. He's on international duty now with Northern Ireland 21s. That'll have to be assessed and see how he is. So he felt it throughout the game, and it's tough on the pitch. It's our second week playing on an artificial surface away from home. It's our fourth game away from home this year. So listen, we'll be glad of the break now. The boys can have a couple of days off, and hopefully we can refresh, recover well. And we've lots of work to do, lots of improvements to make. Tonight is a step forward in terms of it's our first clean sheet of the season. We had to ride our luck a little bit at times. Sam Sargent makes a couple of important saves, but that's the game, and that's why we have a goalkeeper, and that's why we have defenders to try and keep those clean sheets.
I know it's a conversation that's had on a regular basis around the artificial pitches, but when you have two games back to back on artificial surfaces, do you find that really takes it out of the players more? Because we saw Conor Parsons going down with cramp towards the end of the game. You mentioned Barry's injury. Is it something that is more draining on players than if you had two games running on a grass pitch?
Yeah, this pitch isn't good, and Derry's pitch is probably something similar. So we train on Astro. It's not great either, but at the same time, so we're not making excuses. Yeah. Is it a case in terms of injuries? We don't play on this surface every week, so there's no doubt it does have an impact. But we feel we should be playing on grass pitches in the Premier Division in Ireland. I
know something you talked about before you played Drogheda away was that you weren't going to be coming and looking to come away with a point. Likewise here, you threw on your new signing up front towards the end. You went a bit more direct with him. You left Pádraig Hammond on. So you were really trying to go and win the game. You obviously felt that the 3 points were there for the taking if you could just get that final breakthrough.
3 points are better than one. Obviously we come away with a point tonight, and we're pleased with that. Did we do enough to win the game? I don't think we did overall on the balance of the play tonight, but we've come away with a good solid away point.
Thanks, Keith. Enjoy your long weekend.
Cheers. Thank you.